Okay, so welcome to our podcast. This is a little bit different today because this podcast is a spin-off of our radio show. People give me grief because I say I'm new to the coffee world, but I only drink coffee. I've never had anything else.
You've never had a latte?
I've never put cream in it. I don't know anything. I just drink the black coffee that's usually pretty gross. Right. So it's I did have some coffee. You know who gave me some coffee recently? And I just had it yesterday. Is the Heart Doctor. You met that guy?
Yeah, he's a customer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I wonder if you guys
Dr. Pumpa.
Dr. Jack.
No, Dr. Jack Wilson.
Different doctor.
Yeah, Jack
Wilson.
Yeah.
So
Dr.
he has this
Jackson all the
cardio
time.
coffee.
Yes.
Is his brand. And I had that and it was really good. And I was like,
I've never had it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not a coffee guy, but this tastes, because most coffee to me is, I just want to get it down so it does its thing. Right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad you guys came here.
Well, if you are new to lattes, this will be a great introductory. Vanilla latte, organic, you're going to love it.
So what's in there? Is it cream, milk?
So it is pasture raised organic whole milk, some organic vanilla syrup, not too much, and just our espresso, our organic espresso.
Oh, good.
From Honduras.
Can you handle dairy?
Yeah.
do
Oh, yeah.
dairy?
In fact, I'm still having this like debate about the milk and the raw milk thing. My son, who's supposed to be here, but he gave me a bunch of questions to ask you.
Okay. Darn, I was hoping we could meet him.
He was supposed. He had a dentist appointment at 2:00.
Oh,
And I know.
2:30?
Yeah, and he called me, and I'm like, I go, man, why aren't you here? Because he measures his food. He told me the other day he went and got a cassette player so that he has no EMF coming from anything. So he's like, do you know where I get some cassettes? I don't want to listen to stuff. Like he turns off the red lights at night. As soon as he just moved here from Hawaii because he went to school in Hawaii. And he saw your movie when he was in Hawaii. And so when he got here, he immediately went to your cafe.
That's amazing.
In fact, he was like, Dad, do you know there's this place called Firefly Cafe? I go, yeah, I've been there. That's where the camel milk was.
Of course we have camel milk at Firefly.
That's awesome.
But when he was there the other day, you didn't have the camel milk.
No, we don't right now. We have bone broth instead. We kind of changed things up in there just to like keep it interesting for the customers.
Well, your movie was really freaking cool, especially since I went to your place, I think November, right? It was open then? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're almost a year, so it was about a year ago.
My wife had just, this is going to sound right, my wife had just had a hysterectomy and she couldn't go out. And it was time for her to go out, her first trip out. And I was like, there's this coffee shop I want to check out. She goes, okay, let's go. So we went and she had to walk really slow and your place was packed, right? And that's where we saw the camel milk. And I was like, what is this? And then we saw the pastries you had and there was this really nice guy working behind the counter and I drank my coffee. And then there was like 2 tents out the front door. And I think they were selling beef and something else. I can't remember what else.
Chef's Farm, and they do microgreens, they do farm fresh eggs, and now they do these crazy good smash burgers on the weekends.
They do?
Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays if you haven't been. So it's grass-fed beef, sourdough buns. They use their homegrown homegrown microgreens, and they make their own sauce. It's all seed oil free, and it will change your life.
Will it be there this weekend?
Yeah. Saturdays and Sundays.
Is it packed? Is there a line of people?
I mean, it's probably about as busy as last time.
That's probably the healthiest hamburger you can get, right?
Yes, and I think literally it's the best tasting burger I think I've ever had.
Well, there's a farmer's market that my son and I go to in Hawaii, and there's a smash burger place, and the freaking line is all the way around. And I don't know if they're doing the stuff you're doing, but
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously their spin on it, but I think the ingredients really matter, and that's what's shining here is they're using the best ingredients, and it just tastes better.
What island is it?
Oahu.
We're going to have to go to Oahu and investigate.
Yeah, that's a write-off. Let's go.
Yeah. So let me tell you. So I have so many questions that might sound stupid, but I just don't know. So
it is. Hold on. No, it's 3 p.m. It's stupid question hour. You're good.
Okay. So the electrolyte business. That's Jigsaw.
Jigsaw Health.
Jigsaw, and then pickleball.
Pickleball Orchard, yes.
Wait. Pickleball what?
The Orchard is our indoor pickleball facility.
But isn't pickleball also what some of the names of the
the electrolytes.
Yeah.
Yes. Pickleball cocktail is like the potassium forward one. As a matter of fact, we just renamed it to potassium cocktail. I gave you some samples in there. But
instead of pickleball?
Yeah, it's just the potassium cocktail now.
So there's actually real pickleball involved here?
Well, the reason when we developed that product, we were really heavily like marketing in the pickleball space, the pro pickleball space. So we were like, all these pickleball players are cramping all the time. They're like playing for 5 hours and they're just going down like flies, especially when it's hot. And we know from being in the nutritional supplement space that when you cramp while you're in the middle of an activity, it's likely because of a potassium deficiency.
Right.
When you cramp at night, in the middle of the night, you wake up with a Charlie horse, that is magnesium. So we're like, we need a potassium forward electrolyte drink to market to these poor pickleball players that are cramping like crazy.
So were you already in the supplement space before that? With what? Yeah.
Yeah. My dad and I started Jigsaw Health in about, in 2005. So 21 years ago. And we developed Electrolyte Supreme, I would say 2016, pickleball cocktail now called Potassium Cocktail. And we launched that in 2020 and we caught the wave of pickleball about as perfectly as you could.
On accident.
Accident. Like most of our success, it's been on accident.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let me start there with my connection with that. Do you guys know Dr. Callie Bordinko?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Callie.
Yeah. So I'm one of her patients.
Oh, awesome.
And
she's the best.
And she has, and I work out there every day. I was there today.
Nice.
And she has your product for her people to train. And so I've tried all of it and I love it. Good. And so even to the point where I got client of the month or something like that one time.
Overachiever.
How high was the bar?
My gift was a whole bag of your product. I was like, that's how much I love your electrolytes.
Amazing.
So it's so crazy that you guys did this movie because I'm so into this stuff. So then it's so my favorite right now, I go through these kicks, right? My favorite is orange. Orange tastes like Tang.
I know.
It's so good.
Takes you right back to childhood.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
As we speak, I have 2 in my fridge. I have a big gallon jug and I put 2 in there and it's the best thing ever. So that's so funny.
So
I'm talking.
good.
And then every night I take your magnesium drink at night.
The Mag Soothe.
Mag Soothe. I can never remember the name of it.
Yeah.
The Mag.
How much water are you mixing into that? Big glass or small glass of water?
Okay, that's a good question because let me tell. I've been experimenting because I get up really early. And as I get older, I tend to pee more now. So I'm trying to pull back on my pee. So I'm trying not to drink any liquid since after 5.
Right.
The only drink I have is Mag Smooth. It's Mag Soothe. And I usually drink that like people drink wine. I used to make it like that was my beverage at night when everyone's talking around. I make the Mag Smooth and I sit there and drink it lightly.
Yeah.
So what I started doing is putting a lot less water in it so I don't pee. But I don't know does it work better with more water?
No. Actually, that's the whole point. Most people will skip over the directions that says use 2 to 4 ounces. So when we do it, it's like 2 ounces. You can sip on it like you're doing. Totally cool. We're also working on developing a Mag Soothe gummy so that you basically don't have to take any water. And kind of a cool thing that happened about 6 months ago is we did a clinical trial, a sleep study on Mag Soothe using Oura Ring and measuring sleep score and basically perceived stress. There was if I recall correctly, a 34% reduction in perceived stress and a 17% increase in sleep score when using Mag Soothe. And it kind of makes sense. It's, I like to say magnesium is Mother Nature's original chill pill. It's like a massage you can swallow.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of these lines working on you?
Yeah. So let me tell you something. I
got more.
I take the to-go packs. I take those when I travel.
Yeah.
I have the 2 big cylinders. I take 2 scoops every night. Right. And then I mix it and then it'll, sometimes it goes, sometimes it goes like this. Sometimes it doesn't. When I travel, it's cool. I mix it with my toothbrush, the back of my toothbrush. And my
that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
I'm always looking for the coffee stir sticks trying to make my Mag Soothe in the hotel room.
Your little life hack. You take your toothbrush and you mix it. Then you can just wash off not the bristles part, the other part.
Yeah.
Right? Then I chug and I'm a huge fan of your products.
That's amazing, cool. man. Thank you.
What a cool synchronicity that we didn't expect.
That's not even what we're here for.
No, I know.
We're always here for it though.
Yeah. So, getting back to O-ring. So I have this, I wear an O-ring. I only wear it at night because
not during the day?
No, because it hurts when I lift weights. I work out. So I got
use gloves.
So I got the Whoop.
Okay, yeah.
Right. And then I got that Sleep 8 mattress. So, I do a radio morning show, so I don't get a lot of sleep. Yeah. So I'm trying to see I do everything I can to get the best amount of sleep, right?
Yeah.
So only once, and it was about a week and a half ago, that I get the same number on all 3 devices. I got a 91 on all 3 devices.
That's great.
And I've been trying, I don't know what I did that night. I've been trying to do everything I did that night, the day, and I can't get it back. I can't, but they're all so different. So
did you brush your teeth with your left hand instead of your right hand?
I'm like that. I was like, hey, what did I do? What did I do? So what you guys, you're a big fan. What's your best sleep score in the Oura Ring?
Oh man, she's awesome.
I mean, 98, I think, or 97 has been my best.
My wife too.
My average
stay in the 90s.
Wow, that's good.
I think I'm like an 85 average right now, but I did get an 88 last night.
Yeah. Really? Do you do you know what your highest is of all time?
I mean, I'd say 100, but I'd be lying.
Yeah, I have yet to see 100 on the.
Yeah,
there's been 100
Brian
on
Johnson says he gets 100 all the time
on the Oura Ring.
I think Oura Ring. Because
I think
what does
the
he use?
I don't know.
He probably uses a couple of things.
Yeah,
but I like the Oura Ring a lot. I like the Oura Ring. So I read this survey about all the sleep devices and which one is the best, right? Yeah. And for some reason, the Whoop and the Sleep 8 mattress weren't in that survey.
What?
But I know, weird, right? But the one device that does everything the best is the Apple Watch. But the one thing for sleep that's the best is the Oura Ring, is what they said. But overall, it's the Apple Watch. But I don't know why they didn't have the Whoop in there. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways. So this movie, right?
Breaking Big Food. Yeah. How did you hear about it?
How did I hear? Oh, you texted me.
So our mutual friend Marina,
Marina, that's right, Marina. But it wasn't about the movie. I think I knew that you guys were the pickleball people. I think, or there was some kind of connection with that. And then when you texted me, "Hey, here's our movie," I was like, "What?" Because I love those movies, those kind of movies, right? Like I watched the Due Date, the McDonald's.
Yeah, I watched all those documentaries.
I went vegan for 2 years because of what was it? What the hell was it called? What the hell?
I know which one you're talking about.
Was it Food Inc.?
No, I saw that one too, but the one that made me go vegan was, I think it was called What the Health.
I think that's it. And it sounds familiar, but I think that happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, because I saw
that's why I didn't watch it.
Before I knew that so I did it. I went vegan for a year and a half, and then it was like, it just backfired on me, right? So but the thing about your movie is I was at the RFK thing here a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and that Callie Means was there, and he was speaking. I'd never heard of him before, and I was blown away by that guy. Then I found out about his sister. So you guys have him on your movie, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
He really was the inspiration. It was 2024, maybe around the summertime, and he was starting to kind of do the tour thing where he was on all these different shows and podcasts, and he was explaining chapter and verse how the American food system went rotten. And I had never heard anyone explain it quite the way that he did, the way he put it all together.
Yeah, he was great.
And the light bulb went on, and both of us, we were just like, we have to figure out a way to help amplify this message. This is like the most important message for Americans right now, I feel like. I mean, we were just very passionate about it. And we have this incredible creative team in-house that we could work with to try and bring all this to life.
When you say your creative team, is that the creative team within your company? At Jigsaw? So you're like, hey, let's do a movie on this. Is that what happened?
Funny enough, a couple years ago, we did our first documentary, which was a little bit of an experiment, but it turned out really good. It's called Breaking Pickleball, and it was a 6 episode docuseries and super fun. So it was like, we kind of just
You're way ahead of the game on that one.
I know, right? We figured that was our one and only documentary ever, but really then we joke, I think that was the universe kind of getting us practice for being inspired to do this film.
Were you guys pro pickleballers? Did you get to that level?
No.
We sponsored some pro pickleballers. We do. We do still play all the time. Maybe in our minds. Yeah, in our minds. I mean, you should see us play.
Yeah.
On the court, we're pretty good.
But you're in the pickleball world, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We sponsor the number 1 player in the world, Ben Johns. He's been a Jigsaw Health sponsored athlete for 5 years now. 6.
Going on 6.
Yeah.
I have this buddy of mine, this friend of mine. I've known him for 20 years, on and off. He was in the electrical space. He used to have, one of those places that sells TVs, like Circuit City or something like that. And then he ended up taking over Apple. He's a big wig with Apple. Do you know who I'm talking about yet? Oh, he became a huge pickleball guy. He's like the best pickleball coach, Jack. He ran Apple. Now he moved to where Apple is.
Oh, APL? Or
no, Apple watches.
Like the Apple watches?
Yeah, now he's been with
Jack?
Apple for 10 years.
Huh.
Jack. I just know him as Jack. But anyways, he had all the
only
pro
Jack
people.
I know in pickleball is Jack Sock.
No, this guy,
and he's a pro tennis.
Jack, he had all the pickleball players stay at his house. He was here when he lived here. Now he lives over in wherever Apple is,
in Bay Area.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
I'll bet we know him. If I search in my phone the word pickleball, there's like 300 names that pop up.
He lost a lot of weight. You don't know. He ran all the Apple stores here.
Was it Jack B. Nimble?
No. Hold on.
I don't remember what the B stood for.
Jack. Hold on. Let me see Jack.
Maybe Brendan. Brendan Nimble?
Jack Saber.
Saber?
No, that's not it. Yeah, Jack Saber. This is him.
I don't know him. Do you know him?
I'm going to send him this. Sorry, Jack.
Sorry, Jack.
No, he's lost
Jack
a lot of
Saber, if you're out there, phone number is 480.
So when you decide to do this movie, like, do you just do you raise funds for it? Do you just put your own money into it? How does that work?
We had a tax credit from the Arizona State Film Department or Department of Film. I can't remember the exact name of the office. We got a tax credit to make Breaking Pickleball, and we actually thought we were going to make Breaking Pickleball Part 2. And so we applied for the credit. We got it again, but we were sitting around in sort of the summer of 2024, and we felt like we were hitting a bit of a ceiling. We felt, quite frankly, like some pushback from the universe on Breaking Pickleball Part 2. And that's when Ashley kind of started to put these ideas together. And she's like, what if we made Breaking Big Food? What if we asked Callie to be in a documentary? And the pieces started to come together. Why don't you tell about your health tests that you were taking as well?
Yeah, kind of coincidentally during this time when all of this idea was kind of starting to formulate and come together. I mean, it was all very, I would say, divinely orchestrated. Like we didn't really know how we were going to pull off this movie.
We didn't even know if Callie was going to say yes.
No, we had some basic ideas around it. And I was actually just doing some health tests of my own on the side and got a mycotoxin, like a toxin test basically, and found out that I had 4 different types of mold that I'm like detoxing from food sources. And so, of course, naturally, I start to go down the rabbit hole. Where the heck am I getting this mold from? It was shocking because I'm like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like something is going to happen to you, right? Like I figure everything's fine, but I didn't feel quite right. So I start doing some research and find out that coffee is one of the bigger offenders. And I'm like a huge coffee fan, like couple of cups in the morning and then an afternoon latte. It was like the daily ritual. And so I was like crushed and I'm like, okay, if this is the problem, we've got to find clean coffee. So of course, start to order some online, but then I start to get sad because I'm like, I want to go to a cafe. I want to like leave my house for coffee. I enjoy that. And then through my research, there's nothing around here. I couldn't even find an organic coffee shop that had all organic ingredients. And then it just kind of became apparent, like we should open up a cafe, something that can offer all clean, like I can vet all the ingredients myself. We can bring in raw milk. We can, and as we're like interviewing people for this documentary, like Good Living Greens in Fountain Hills, Arizona.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of, Fountain Hills a lot of love.
We did. And we actually used to live in Fountain Hills. So it made sense.
At the time.
But we were like, okay, we got to put the Firefly story in here because it's totally like part of it's our journey right now. And it's part of the story. Like it's part of the inspiration part.
In the pre-production meetings that we were having with our director, Cole Uphouse, shout out Cole, we were talking about like, what do we want Breaking Big Food to be? Is this like investigative journalism where we're exploring how the American food system went rotten? And that's like the whole scope of the project. But Ashley and I had this sort of inkling of like, we want there to be something inspirational. We want to highlight what we're seeing at like Good Living Greens in Fountain Hills, what we're seeing at Inspire Farms in Mesa. And then as we started to realize, wait a second, in Scottsdale, there's not a single coffee shop that is organic ingredients for coffee, organic milk, and organic syrups. You can find 1 or 2, but never all 3. And so we're like, well, what if we opened a shop in our building where Jigsaw Health is, right next to where our pickleball courts are, and we'll kind of make that the through line of the documentary because we don't know what we're doing. We might as well film ourselves learning about this process. And so the full title became Breaking Big Food, How the American Food System Went Rotten and How It's Being Revived.
So when you started though, and you like, as a concept, are you emailing Callie Means, hey, we want to do this movie? And he like literally responds, you have to go through his people.
No, we actually met him in person. We met him at Consumer Health Summit. It's a group that we belong to here in the Valley, and it's health industry people that come together for this event once a year. And so we actually ended up sitting next to him, and we're able to get his contact information through the networking group that we were in. And so we put together an email, and we're like, all right, how does this sound? And then it's like, you know what? He's either going to say yes or he's not. Hit send.
Yeah. Come to think of it, this is like, we would have used AI for this, but this was 2 years ago, like really pre-AI. And we worked together. It's like, okay, here's what I think the synopsis should be. When we released the film in January of 2026, it's now available on Apple TV and Amazon Prime Video. The synopsis was almost like the exact same thing that we had pitched to Callie via email a year and a half prior, of like how the American food system went rotten and how it's being revived, and sort of this vision that we had of like kind of jumping back and forth between Callie explaining how big tobacco started to buy up big food in the 80s.
That part blew me away. I didn't know that part at all.
Isn't
I was like,
insane?
are you freaking? Because I was going to ask you guys, what is something you learned doing the documentary that blew you away? But for me, when I was like, are you freaking kidding me? How is that not bigger news?
Yeah. What could go wrong, right?
Right.
You know what's funny? It's like I'm getting goosebumps again, and I already know this, obviously, because we made the film, but you're exactly right. That was the thing that blew us away. Callie explaining that in the 80s, as the Surgeon General was starting to basically shut down big tobacco said, well, what are we going to do with all this money? And 1985, R.J. Reynolds bought Nabisco for $5 billion. 1988, Philip Morris bought Kraft food for $13 billion. And that's just two examples of big tobacco buying big food. By the mid 90s, big tobacco controlled almost 40% of the American food supply.
Like when you say big tobacco, like who are the CEOs of these companies? Do we know? Like, do anybody?
I think Lucifer is one.
Yeah, right.
I don't know any names, but
because I just wonder, do they know what they're doing? Like there was that documentary, or I saw a movie and a documentary on the crisis of opioids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
the
it's like,
Sackler family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they went after that dude.
Yep.
And they went after that dude and sued him for billions and billions. And
$2 billion, I think.
Yeah. And it's like,
fines.
So who's that guy for the tobacco and the food business?
Look, I think so much of history can be explained by the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And as Callie pointed out in our film, processed food was not a thing prior to World War II.
That's right.
But as Europe was decimated and American farmland was available for feeding Europe, we began to do that. But it's like, okay, we have to preserve this food. We have to give it longer shelf life. So we turn sort of American ingenuity and science and chemistry onto this problem. And we learn that we can do things like, we can turn rapeseed oil into canola oil. And it kind of acts like tallow. It kind of acts like an olive oil. But it's a lot more shelf stable, and it's cheaper. So this stuff that we used to use as an engine lubricant, now we're just going to throw it in the crackers, and that stuff can sit on a shelf for 4 years. Holy cow, this is a miracle.
So they meant well.
Of course.
yes.
Yeah. And now we're way deep into.
Of course. But then you get into whoever the, Mr. Sackler is of, big tobacco. Yeah. It's like, well, we employ 45,000 people at this company, right? We can't just say, everything we've been doing is wrong. Everything that we've been doing is hurting Americans. You can't admit that.
Watching the documentary, you start off talking about your health issues.
Yeah.
I was having dinner with a friend of mine who's a doctor, pretty well-known doctor here. And he says to me, he goes, I got to tell you something. He says, 2 years ago, they did an ultrasound. He goes, and they found this little lump on my thyroid. And they said, we're just going to watch. It's fine. Then 2 years goes by and it's way bigger. So he had to get everything removed. And so he's a doctor, and I sent him your movie, and he was beside himself. Really? He was like, thank you so much for sending me this. I can't believe it. And so your movie's helping him right now deal with that. So you had, I think in the beginning, you're like, I had everything removed. Yeah. I didn't want to.
Well, now my second case of goosebumps here on your show, Johnjay. I talked about in 2014, I was driving home from work and I felt a lump on my throat. About 3 weeks later, I went to my doctor. He was like, that could be a thing. And I'm like, all right, just give me the worst case scenario. And he goes, well, worst case scenario is it's thyroid cancer and we just have to get it surgically removed. But don't worry, there's thyroid medication that you can use. It's very common. You'll be okay. But of course, all my nervous system heard was, you have cancer.
Right.
And it was, I don't know if we can curse on this show, but it was fucking horrible.
Right.
And for us in our 30s, I guess we were, it was this like constant demon on both of our shoulders being like, you have cancer, you have cancer.
And your mind goes to the worst. Obviously.
Yeah, and for months I was like throwing up, not because I felt anything. I didn't ever feel anything because I had a lump in my thyroid. I felt something because I had so much overwhelming fear and stress and this like tiger chasing me.
Because of the word.
Yeah, because of the word. And we got a second opinion, third opinion, fourth opinion. It's a long podcast, so we might as well tell this story where we went to a surgeon that looked like Kramer and kind of acted a little like Kramer too.
Like,
and he's like, yeah, we cut it out. It's no big deal. Is he a singer?
He's like, you're not a singer,
You're not
are
a
you?
singer, are you? And Ashley goes,
I said, well, he's a backup singer, so it's fine.
Which at the time was true because we played in a band together. I played guitar and sang backup. She truly is the singer of the family, but it's so like...
But it was very insensitive of me in the moment. But I went to practical. I'm like, the show must go on. He's a backup singer. We can replace him. It was horrible. And of course, I'm never going to live this down.
Yeah,
but it is
we'll get somebody else.
Funny in hindsight.
And so we eventually did decide we found a surgeon that didn't look like Kramer. And we were like, you know what? Let's just take it out because one thing that a naturopathic oncologist told me was the problem with thyroid cancer, it's the good cancer because it's so slow growing. But the problem is it's also slow to die. So any treatments that we use are going to take a long time for it to react.
So take it out.
Oh, well, because I was like throwing up almost every day because I just had so much stress and nervousness.
See how powerful the mind is?
Yes.
Yes. 100% true. 100% true. In hindsight, I really wish that I would have focused on my mindset and I would have, I've now become a big fan of meditation. I don't know if you're into Dr. Joe Dispenza at all, but
yeah. He's come up here. His name has come up on this podcast a few times. Yeah. I want to interview him so bad.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
He is a wizard. He kind of sounds like the wizard in some of his meditations, but really he's put together a scientific justification for meditation that made me think, oh my gosh, it's as simple as if my brain always thinks that I'm running from a tiger, you have cancer. It will never stop and start making the healing chemicals that it can naturally make.
Right.
Like we hear the phrase that our body is a natural pharmacy. Well, it only does that if it thinks it doesn't have to run from a tiger, if it's not under stress. And I really have learned, that was 2014. I look back to that time, and I think that health can be sort of simplified, reduced down to 4 different things. 1, your sleep. 2, your nutrition, your input. 3, your movement. And 4, your mindset. And I look back at that time and think all 4 legs of my stool were broken AF. There was problems in all of those areas.
You turned it around because, here you are and you look like you're in great shape and healthy.
You.
And in the movie, a common theme is food is medicine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was 2014 and you know now, if you knew then what you know now, would you have done something different? Outside of the mindset, food?
Well, now what I really believe is that when the body shows signs of what we refer to as disease, it's the body giving a signal to my mind, something is wrong. I'm telling you something. In this sort of modern age, how often do any of us sit there and be still and listen to that inner voice, that inner knowing? And I know I didn't in 2014. The only thing I was listening to was fear.
So you cut out, and when you cut it out, just like my friend I was talking to, I was like, what happens? What's life like? He goes, oh, you just take a pill.
Yeah.
Like,
it is
that's
simple.
it. He's what he told me, right?
It
and I
is
was
that
like,
simple.
Because I was like stressed for him.
Yeah.
And then he tells me what pill it is. And I'm like, I take that pill.
Yeah.
Right.
It's levothyroxine, whatever it is, or
Levothyroxine.
Yeah, that one.
And liothyronine.
Yeah. And
thankfully, I was able to dial in those two medications really easily, really well. I think that and by the way, when they removed, this is another part of one of the challenges with cancer and thyroid cancer in particular is that they do a biopsy, but then the report comes back as like possible carcinoma. I'm like, what's the word possible in there for?
Mm-hmm.
Like either it is or it isn't.
Right.
It's possible.
Right.
Well, when they cut it out, they do actually biopsy it. And they're like, yeah, it was carcinoma, follicular carcinoma. And yeah, it would have probably kept growing unless I learned more about Dr. Joe and learned how to first focus on my mindset. And like I said, the other things about nutrition and.
How often do you meditate?
Oh, every day now.
In the morning? Before you start
in the
your
morning.
day?
Yeah. There's a 24-minute morning meditation that I do every day. And sometimes I'll meditate while falling asleep at night too. But that morning meditation is like absolutely every day.
My wife does a morning meditation every morning with a group of people, and they invite people to come.
Oh,
and
that's
it's bigger and
cool.
bigger and bigger. In fact,
with
my first guests on this podcast were these two gurus from India. And they got this whole thing. They do this whole thing. They started with Tony Robbins, or he was one of the first people. And it's turned into, now my wife said yesterday they had 65 people on the live meditation.
Yeah.
It's a 10-minute meditation, but it's from these people in India that she does it all the time.
Can you send us a link?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you jump on with
put it in the show
There's people
notes.
on there that you probably know on them. I mean, you guys know Ian for Spiritual Gangster? Ian?
I know that.
I don't know him, but
Spiritual game. Yeah.
I know the brand.
No. But
do you know Pardis?
The yoga instructor.
Yeah.
Not Ian.
Anton?
Anton. Is it Ian or Anton?
Ian is a spiritual gangster guy I thought it was he started the company called Spiritual Gangster.
Yeah, it's a clothing
line,
Yeah.
But he was a yoga teacher and a lawyer, and he's one of the guys.
Okay.
There's so many
That's
people
cool.
on this on this thing.
Meditation?
You would know. I would guarantee it's pretty impressive.
Nice.
Well, once you start doing a meditation of any kind and like start experiencing how you feel inside and like how you feel afterwards, even if it's just 10 minutes, it becomes very addicting because you're like, I just feel better. And then you kind of start to miss it. Once you start to get into that routine, you're like, my day just doesn't go as well. Like I just don't feel as good.
Do you do the meditation with him or you don't?
We do it on our own. Typically our morning routine is like we work out, then we sauna, and we each do our meditations while we're in the sauna. So it's kind of a little stack there.
Sauna. What kind of sauna do you have?
Infrared. It's infrared and
Swedish.
You got the
Finnish.
both. It's a combo.
Yeah.
What brand is it?
We had actually a local guy come and kind of build it for us.
Oh, that's great.
David Saunas. He's fantastic. I would highly recommend
shout out to
him. You can find him on
Do you
Google.
think there's a difference in infrared and Finnish? Like, is there really?
There is. I'm not like an expert on it all. I know that they each have their own benefits. Like the Finnish gets a lot hotter, higher temperatures, but the infrared can like penetrate deeper into the tissues and stuff.
Do you do both every time? Like, it's a
we just
combo?
turn on the infrared while we're in the hot sauna. The sauna goes up to 195.
I sauna every day. I sauna before I came here. It's part
It's
part of
the best.
My
Wait,
podcast.
you mean walking in Phoenix?
No, I have in my garage. I have a sauna, and every time I do a podcast, I have to make sure I sauna before my podcast.
How long do you go?
20 minutes at 175. That's as high as it goes.
Yeah.
So pop on your meditation, and all of a sudden you've got a great little stack.
That's actually one of the only times I can watch TV.
Oh,
so
you watch TV in there.
I catch up on my shows.
Oh, fair
Although
enough.
today it was funny. My partner Rich, he's in New York right now, and he called me because when I'm going to meet with you guys today, right? I have a routine I do before my podcast, and it's very dialed down to the minute. So Rich calls me from New York as I'm getting into the sauna. And I'm like, I'm going to watch my show. But he had meetings with our higher ups at iHeartMedia, the bigwigs, the owner, the CEOs of the company. And he's telling me about it. So I take the phone into the sauna.
Yeah.
So I'm in the sauna with him, and he's talking, and he's telling me everything. And it's getting now I can feel the phone getting really hot. And I'm like, it's going to turn off. So I pop over the door and I hold my hand out like this. And I'm listening. And I'm looking, I can see the TV. I'm like, I want to watch this TV. But Rich has got all this career stuff happening about the corporate guys and all this stuff we're doing. And they like the podcast and all this stuff. So then all of a sudden, I'm like, he's telling me something else. All of a sudden the phone just goes, the red thermometer. Yeah. Boom, phone's too hot, gone. And I'm like, oh. So I popped it off and I was going to turn on the TV. I had 7 minutes left. And I was like, I'm just going to meditate. So I just sat there for 7 minutes in silence. And I kind of like went over this interview in my head, right? I kind of tried to manifest it and visualize it before it happened. So far, it's going pretty well.
Good. See, you know what we're talking about. You know what Dr. Joe talks about. You got to envision your future, right?
Yeah, visualize everything. Yeah. Did you guys ever see What the Bleep?
Yeah, way back in the day. And again, recently we went to a 7-day, in September 2024, we went to a 7-day meditation conference.
In Mexico?
Dr. Joe.
We've been to that one.
This one was in Nashville.
This was in Nashville.
Oh, do you guys know Craig DeMarco? Oh my God, you guys!
You got to introduce us.
No, but he goes. He's been there. If you see it, he's been on this podcast. He owns LGO. He owns.
Okay, yeah, we haven't met him.
We haven't met him yet.
He goes.
We definitely need to connect.
He was there. He was in Nashville. He goes to the ones where you don't talk.
Yeah,
he goes to.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to connect you guys with all these people.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Yeah. In fact, maybe get your coffee at his place. You should be able to sell your coffee at LGO.
That would be awesome too.
And he's got all these markets, air guitar. You ever heard of that stuff?
Yes, I heard of it.
Yeah, that's it.
I just saw it on Instagram the other day. I was like, this is so cool. I got to check it out. That's his?
Yes, his. Yeah.
Nice. We need to meet. I mean, he's doing good work too.
Does he sell air guitars? Because I had that idea. I patented
No,
but it's a market.
It's a market
like
called
air guitar. What we're talking about in the documentary where you're offering in a market like this high quality food to the community.
He likes to have stuff no one else has.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's
definitely connect
but he's a
with him.
huge Joe Dispenza fan. I mean, psycho fan. Like he did the silent retreats and all that stuff, right?
I didn't even know he did silent retreats.
Something like that. Yeah, he's done all that stuff.
Well, bottom line, listen to your inner self.
You're right,
and you can only do it if you slow down.
You know, the in the movie you guys did, there's the lady that lost a lot of weight,
Leah
right?
Hope.
And then her brother-in-law had the autoimmune disease. And when he was listing off what he had, I was like, oh, I can fix that for him. I know how to fix that. But then he's fixed it himself, right? Does he not have it anymore?
He fixed it through food.
Through food, right?
Yeah.
So there's another way. So I tell this story a couple times on the podcast. My trainer at Benacer, he's 35 years old and he's had ulcer colitis and pancreatitis his whole life.
Oh my gosh.
And he has to go to the hospital maybe twice a year where he's in there for 2 weeks and it's terrible, right? Yeah. And he's on all the meds. So I kept telling him about stem cells. And I was like, you got to get stem cells. And there's a clinic in Mexico. I did with Carrie Bordinko is the one that introduced me to the doctor. They have a clinic in Cabo, a clinic in Cancun. And this is what they started with this and back stuff. And eventually, long story short, I talked him into doing it. So he goes to Mexico, 35 years old. He gets an IV drip of 250 million stem cells. And immediately he's cured. And when I say immediately, because the doctor said, let's go, we're going to go get some enchiladas at the restaurant down the street. And Chris goes, I can't eat that stuff. And the doctor says, you'll be fine. So he goes, eats the enchiladas, eats everything. Doesn't get sick. Now, of course, you could think it's the prednisone, it's whatever it is that they put in your body. It's been 3 years. He's been off all medication. Wow. He's had nothing, zero issues. Since he was a kid, he's been in the hospital. It's 3 years, nothing. Isn't that crazy?
That is life-changing.
It totally is.
Yeah, I saw some of your posts that you were getting stem cells down there, so I was
I go down there all the time
about it. Yeah.
I go down there.
And he only had one round of treatments?
He went again with me another time, and did it again, but he was fine still. That was 2 years ago, the last treatment he had, but he just did it because I go, hey, I'm going to go down there again. Why don't you come with me? So
how often do you go?
I try to go every 6 months just because I'm obsessed and I overdo things. Like, and
I know the type.
Carrie's my doctor, so I go with her. She goes with me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what part of Mexico?
In Cancun. There's one in Cabo, there's one in Cancun. We go to the one in Cancun all the time. Mm-hmm. I was just there a month ago. I got what's called NK cells. Have you heard of the NK cells?
Yeah, natural killer cells.
Natural killer cells. Those things, I'm hoping,
Have you noticed a difference?
See, here's the thing. I have not noticed a difference because I think I do so many things that I can't.
And you don't necessarily have any glaring, like you didn't have like ulcerative colitis or something that where you're like, well, you're kind of doing preventative, right?
My father died of a heart attack at 66. Right. My mom got brain cancer, died at 66. So I've been like paranoid. I got 3 boys. I want to be there for them. Yeah. So I became obsessed with my health in 2007. Yeah. And so it's been kind of a roller coaster for me since then. So that's why I'm doing it. And I believe in stem cells. I feel like to me, the stem cells and the NK cells are going in me, and maybe I don't know yet what's coming and they're fixing it before, but there's other people I know. Yeah. I did get in these things. I did go last August and get these. I went to the hospital there. They injected stem cells into my spine because my back was hurting, and it feels 100%.
Yeah, it'll do it. Yeah. Absolutely. We've done lots of rounds of stem cells as well. And the thing about preventative medicine is that like it is hard to know if it's working. But you just have to follow your instincts and your intuition to say, does this make sense that this would be like, hey, let's just keep the ground fertile here.
Yeah.
And, let's not wait until there's a fire to put out.
Right. That's exactly how I handle it. By the way, a big fan in the movie, the dogs. You never acknowledge dogs.
Monk and Lola.
But the dogs, where they got their head rested. What are those? Lhasa Apsos?
No, they are toy Aussie Doodles.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I know. That's a thing. And they turn 5 tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
They love being in the movies. Of course, they don't really know that they were because they were sleeping the whole time.
But they're happy. They're pretty.
They're on our laps. They're pretty happy.
Yeah.
Do you brought them today?
Do you treat them like with the food? Do you watch what food you give them?
We feed them raw. Or home. Actually, I just started feeding them the Renowned Hound. She's a local gal, and she like cooks all the food fresh.
Oh wow!
And like delivers it whenever we need it, and so they eat that up big time. And it's got like all the vegetables and like ground meat and all the things in it.
Black beans and spinach.
There's another company like that here that we work with my wife, and I have a dog rescue. It's called Love Pup, and I think the company's called Bundle and Joy, or Bundle of Joy, or Bundle in Joy, and they got pretty cool slogan like dog mom shit.
I love it.
Yeah, they got.
I mean, why wouldn't we feed our dogs better? We know how important food is for human bodies. Of course, it's going to be the same for animals too. And actually, that just brings me back to like the overarching theme here is the inputs are what matters the most. So your mindset, your input. Sleep, your stress, like some inputs we can't help, right? Like what's in the air. A lot of times you can't help that. Yeah. What's maybe in like maybe your water's not perfectly filtered, or there's just a lot of things.
So much. But one of the things that blew my mind too, because when you're talking about the coffee and the mold and when you had it in your body, I saw this thing on Instagram, and somebody was making fun of me today that I get all my news from Instagram. Maybe.
Who doesn't?
And I don't fact check it. I just go, this is the fact. But it makes sense.
Is that not a worthy source?
Yeah, they were talking about the freaking K-cups, the Keurig cups. They're in plastic, and then you put them in the stupid plastic machine.
Put boiling water through them. What could go wrong?
Right. And I'm just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Yeah. What else is that?
Well, I mean, coffee people now.
Yeah, but I drink, I drink. So the way I drink my coffee is I try to drink my coffee about an hour and a half, 2 hours after I wake up. Yeah. So by then I'm already at the radio station, and I don't have the coffee makers there. They have this another 2 or 3 other plastic, not the K-cups, but these other things that are long, and you stick them in a machine. So I just do it out of convenience, but I'm just curious to know what's happening to my body with these microplastics.
Boy.
Well, the K-cups are the first thing you need to kick out of the routine. That has to go for sure. Another thing you could possibly do is grab one of those little canned Firefly lattes with all the good stuff and try an iced latte in the morning.
Yeah. An iced latte?
Throw it over ice. It's delicious.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But so it's like that. But I did get I went online and I bought these little metal containers. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah.
So that's where I put.
You can put it in the Keurig.
That's where I put. Did you bring your coffee?
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in there. Did you grind it? I can grind it too. But the grinder I have, plastic.
Yeah, right.
So I've done.
So you just need to slowly like upgrade all your stuff. Yes. The Keurig machines also are just completely made of plastic.
Right.
So even if you replace it with the metal cup, is better.
Are your machines at Firefly all
stainless?
They're all stainless still.
Yeah.
By the way, I like what I really so for me it was like I went to your store first, and then 6 months later I see the movie.
Yeah.
So it's cool when you see the movie how you're like, we'll put the refrigerator here.
Yeah.
We'll put this here, and that's exactly how it turned out.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me that it worked out that way. Did they build it on time? Like did it open on time?
Gosh, yeah. I think they were 6 weeks behind. 4 to 6.
It was the cabinets that kind of fell through. The mill worker all of a sudden was like, hey, it's going to be 6 weeks instead of 2 weeks. And that kind of put us behind. But we opened on time.
We got it done in the nick of time, of course.
Yeah.
What about the meat guy too? I liked him too.
Tim Peterson. Yeah.
I thought he was great.
He's fantastic.
The Ethel bread lady was great. And what's funny,
and we still have all those things at Firefly.
Oh, yeah. My son bought bread from you, the frozen bread from you at Firefly.
I would love to meet him. You got to tell me when he's coming in.
He's such a great guy, my son.
He's our kind of people.
Yeah, he is. He truly is. In fact, because of the movie and because of Ethel's bread, my son, he's here with his girlfriend. They started they tried to make their own sourdough yesterday. Ooh. So there's things, I don't know how you make sourdough, but there's things happening in my kitchen.
It's a science.
Right.
But it's fun.
Yeah. But I want to go to the place at Fountain Hills. Is it still there?
Good Living Greens. Yeah. And
Good
you know
Living
what?
Greens. Yeah.
They just moved to a much bigger location. So they outgrew their little shop, that one that you saw in the movie. And it's pretty much just across the street, but it's a new, beautiful space that's bigger. And I mean, I can't wait. I think they open officially like this Thursday.
Who knew Fountain Hills was like the Arizona mecca for clean living? Do you know what I mean?
Who knew? It's a little health haven.
Yeah. The energy's good out there, man.
Where'd you guys move to?
Well, we moved back to Scottsdale. We're off of Cactus and 101. We needed a backyard for those really cute puppies.
Oh.
In Fountain Hills, we were sort of off the back of a canyon, and it's a beautiful view, but it was just like literally like
no
the back
yard.
deck.
No, you don't want those coyotes coming either.
I know.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and now we're 5 minutes from Firefly, so it's so much more convenient just to like pop to the shop when we need to.
Will you open other locations?
You know, it's interesting you asked that. Yeah. We've had a number of people be like reaching out recently about wanting to do franchising, so that is definitely on our mind.
So if you do that, are you going to be anal about the rules?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you should be.
We are very protective about like what we've built there and why we've built it. It's very intentional, and it would have to be that, you know, the guardrails, right? And the right partners, people that like have the same beliefs and the same why and like same passion for this.
And probably have been through a health journey.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be a smash. It'd be obscenely successful in Arcadia.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, we've had a lot of people ask about that.
Mm-hmm. Do you live in Arcadia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to open up?
I would. Hey, I would invest in that.
Yeah. We have some interest in Gilbert, Peoria.
I mean, I'd love to see a bunch of Firefly organic coffee and markets around the valley where people can go and experience, like, it's basically like a little farmer's market that you can go to anytime.
It's a bougie farmer's market.
But do you guys go to Sprouts, Safeway, Fry's?
I mean, we still do for kind of the basics. I usually shop at Sprouts for our basic stuff, but
like ice cream, Strauss organic ice cream.
Yes, Patrick has to have his ice cream.
My son started making the freaking Ninja ice cream. Have you had that?
Oh
no, but I bet it's awesome.
It's just he showed me.
The Ninja creamy.
You take this Ninja thing and he puts a fruit the night before and the raw milk, and then he freezes it, and then it turns into this fantastic ice cream that's healthy. It's like 300 calories and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But I really love the way that we've been able to make Firefly kind of a stage for local purveyors, where we've got like the homemade jams, the Arizona grass-raised beef, the farm fresh eggs, homegrown microgreens, and local honey. And it's like, it really helps these vendors. You know, they're making their living pretty much trying to show up at every farmer's market possible. And that's a lot of hard work. I mean, those are long days. And then it's seasonal because in the summertime, all the farmer's markets go away. So it's like, to give them a place to like have their products.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a game changer for them.
I also like at the end when you're like, hey, look, man, if you're not in Arizona, here's this place. Whatever the website was, I can't remember. But
Fromthefarm.org.
Yeah, was it? Fromthefarm.org. Yeah, that was cool too.
Yeah.
So what did you guys learn? Is there anything you learned when you're making this movie where you're like, man, I didn't know that. We got to put that in the movie. Or is there something you didn't put in the movie you wish you would have put in the movie?
It's a great question. I don't know about anything we didn't put in that I wished we did off the top of my head, but I just think the biggest thing was how eye-opening it was, the seed oil thing. I was already privy to the fact that, you know, stay away from like the sunflower oil, like try and start reading labels, right? So I was, but when I realized that it's literally in everything and how inflammatory it really is, and people, I think, tend to be like, but it's like less than 2% on the ingredient facts. But like everything you're consuming has that in it. It's the compound effect. And once I started to see it in things like hummus and like the salad dressing, the things that we just assumed were healthy that we didn't think we needed to check the label of. And then you start checking the label and you're like, I can't buy any of this.
Yeah.
So would you say the movie, since you said it came out in January, is it a success? Is it what you guys wanted?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like ultimately I have this big number of like, I would love for 5 million people to see this, 5 million Americans. I feel like we as Americans need to like vote differently with our wallet. We really need to create and support local farmers, local food purveyors. I feel like making food local again is a super important point. And I don't know why 5 million is the number that's in my head.
But do you know how many people have seen it?
Yeah. We have 4,999,992 people to go. No. We leaked it on YouTube before it came out on Apple and Amazon. Our distributor was okay with it, and that was about 100,000 views on YouTube.
But you didn't go to like a movie studio to pick it up, and you know how they do that? Like,
yeah.
It's just you guys.
It's us, us and a distributor that helped us to basically get it onto Apple TV and Amazon, and it has about 15,000 rentals between those two platforms since it's come out. It had 100,000 views on YouTube for free when we released it, and almost like 300,000 views on X. So I don't know.
Is it still there?
On X, it is still available.
Damn it, I paid $4.
I know.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Thank you for your donation.
Is there enough there? Have you guys made enough to do another movie? Because I mean, you could tackle a bunch of things like the biohack. I think we need a movie on the biohacking world.
Gosh,
I think we need a movie on peptides.
Breaking peptides.
Yeah, right.
I think we could probably get another credit from the state of Arizona to do another film.
You know, I don't know what that means when you say you got a credit.
It's a tax credit.
But do they go, here's $100,000, make a movie?
No, it would be cool if it was that easy.
Not quite that simple.
You have to apply and you sort of say, here's the synopsis. And it's really all about encouraging film production in the state of Arizona, right? So then we basically keep track of like, here's all the work that we did. Here's the people that that did the work. Here's all the call logs, the call sheets is what it's called. And then we send that in to an auditor, like an accountant, to kind of review it all. They then submit that to the state of Arizona. They review to make sure that all of it is compliant. And then they give essentially our business, Jigsaw Health, a tax credit, like as if we paid $100,000 to the state of Arizona for the taxes that we owe.
So you got to make the movie and then hope that they'll give you the tax.
Yeah, and that is correct. Sorry, you do have to you do have to publish it. You have to publish something. It doesn't have to come out like in the theaters or whatever.
But we knew we had the credit before we made the movie. Yeah. We knew that they approved the project.
Oh, okay.
So it helped to cover the majority of it.
And then you hire the director.
Yeah.
And then you just let him do his thing.
Yeah. We worked with Cole.
Yeah.
So we worked with Cole Uphouse. He's an Arizona native. I'm pretty sure he's Arizona native, but we worked with Cole on Breaking Pickleball. And so we had this experience, and then Cole sort of directed our team at Jigsaw Health, editor, graphic designer, sound engineer on like the vision. So the production team was really small, about 6 people, by the time it was all done.
But then he'd be like, all right, we're going to walk into the coffee shop and you're going to show us what we're going to do. Ready, action. And then you guys walk in.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to go in later and do the voiceover in some studio or something like that.
Yeah, ADR, I think they call it. I mean,
we had microphones on though, so most of it was done as it was filmed. If there was any kind of mess ups or any kind of weird hiccup with audio, we could go in and fix it in the studio. But most of it was like filmed.
Were you there when they were interviewing Callie Means?
Yeah.
I was like trying to figure out because he was like sitting like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I go, wait, I think you need to sit back. And then later I was like, actually, that looks pretty cool.
He was being intense.
He was being intense.
Yeah, we wanted the drama factor there.
Speaking of Callie Means and his sister, there was like all this hype with them for the longest time. And now did something happen? Like, has he faded a little bit or has he not faded?
I think he's pretty busy working in Washington.
Okay, good. So did he get appointed to something?
He is either working for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in HHS or he's a part of the White House. But he did get hired. He relocated to DC and he is working as a part of the administration.
Oh, and that was his wife on the show too, right?
And that was his wife, Leslie.
I want one of those. You guys, that's one thing.
Shake Up Superfood.
Yeah, where's that truck?
Well, since they moved to DC, the truck is kind of sitting in the garage somewhere.
Oh, that was his truck.
That was his wife's truck.
That was his wife's truck. Oh, I didn't know that.
And
they were really good though.
Right, but Leslie and what she was designing to do, for Shake Up Superfood was also part of our inspiration of like, that's why this shouldn't just be investigative journalism of like, here's everything that's wrong. And it's like sad thing, angry thing. Are you kidding me? Why is this happening? Like we wanted to balance it out with like, but there's people who give a shit that are like doing things at a local level. And why don't you at home, how does this apply to you? Like what could you do in your neck of the woods to make your neighborhood better, to make food better for you and your neighbors?
There's a place when I was in Hawaii that I went to all the time. It was called, what's it? Sunrise Shack. And they make acai bowls and pitaya bowls and stuff like that. And they have a spirulina bowl and it's blue. And I would get that with protein powder. And I couldn't stop thinking about the blue drink the kid had in the movie. And now it's gone. They never said what was in it. But
spirulina was the blue.
It was spirulina? Yeah. Like, well, you guys need to, I think at Firefly, maybe have the blue drink available for people.
Maybe it's a revival.
Maybe we have the blue drink from the movie here now. Everyone can come get it. Because that thing looked delicious to me, right?
Oh, it is delicious.
It is.
Not too sweet, really flavorful.
Well, you never know what could happen.
Is Callie Mean's sister, is she involved too? Wasn't she going to be Surgeon General or something?
She was nominated.
Oh,
she was nominated.
Have they already made that call?
Blocked. Yeah, she was blocked by, I think it was Senator Cassidy or something like that, maybe from New Orleans, who seems to be very friendly with Big Pharma. Big Pharma, not a big fan of Dr. Casey Means. So Callie and his sister Casey wrote the book Good Energy that came out in early 2024. And when we saw Callie speak at CHS in the summer of 2024, they were sort of kind of promoting that book. It was, on the book tour. And yeah, Casey, we asked her to be a part of the movie too. And she was like, I have
she
too
had
much
so
other
much
stuff
going on at the time. Yeah.
She by the way, just had a baby
she's the doctor.
too. So yeah. She's the doctor. Yeah.
She's the one that I saw speak somewhere or online where she said,
is a force.
Yeah, she's like, look, I went to med school. I'm in Stanford. I'm on the board. And guess what? They never taught us about nutrition.
Right.
That blew my freaking mind.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it turns out the inputs matter. The environment matters. Dr. Joe was the first person, Dr. Joe Dispenza was the first person I ever hear say that genetics makes up 1% of the outcome. Environment makes up 99%. How is it that unbalanced? Because I feel like since the 90s, since the genetic code has been mapped, have been told it's like, well, your genes is your destiny. Your genes
you're right.
are your destiny. Yeah. Bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, what about, I got to bring this up because he's in your movie, Joe Polish. Yes. Do you guys have a Joe Polish connection?
We do. We are friends with Joe Polish.
I freaking love that
All
guy.
roads lead to Joe Polish. That's what we say.
I was trying to explain it to my son. I'm trying. So my son just graduated college. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's going to go get his master's. Then he's like, I'm reading this book where you don't need to go get your master's. Everything's out there. Yeah. I introduced him to this one guy that started a business, the drink Celsius, one of those guys that's very unhealthy. And
you said it.
Yeah, and he's like, I started talking about Joe Polish, and I'm trying to explain to him Joe Polish, and
good luck.
I can't. But now keep in mind, he saw your movie, let's say in January. Okay, let's say my son saw your movie in January. I have since then talked to him about Joe Polish, but it didn't click that Joe Polish is in your movie.
Yeah.
I'm watching your movie and I see Joe Polish after I've lectured him on who Joe Polish is. And I'm like, get in here.
Yeah.
I go, so when I'm leaving, he goes, will you ask him about Joe Polish? so it's like, it's amazing. I've interviewed him. I'm fascinated. He might be one of the most fascinating people I've ever met.
Absolutely. And ultimate connector and loves to help people.
He does.
He
just puts out good.
There aren't that many people in the world that you just know, like, if you truly needed something. And it's not like I've known him for years and years and years, but like, I already know if I really needed something, I could text him and he would move mountains to try and help.
You're so right. It's fascinating to me. So
beautiful.
Are you part of one of his things or you just met him?
No, we're just friends through the health industry. Like we have so many connections just in common that we've just become friends, and he's a regular at the coffee shop now, and he comes for a smash burger every weekend. And
oh, he does? Oh, maybe I'll see him there this weekend. That's another thing. Freaking Amelia's. I go there too.
Stacy Weber, she's amazing. Yeah. I mean, we're such big fans of what they do there. I mean,
I just
we need more places like that.
I love that place.
Me too.
I find it confusing. Amelia's by Eat.
I know. It's because her catering company that she's had forever is Eat by Stacy Weber. And so She called her first restaurant concept Amelia's, but she wanted people to be able to connect the dots by Eat. It's the catering company.
I went there to go eat one time, and they sat me at a table next to Joe Polish.
They're like, oh, hi, I
But
know
I had already known him already, so I was like, what the heck?
That's so funny.
Makes sense.
It's unbelievable, man. Wow.
Our little, it's like our health circles here locally. It feels so small, and like pretty soon we all end up connected.
Well, Alex Clark too.
Yeah. It's so, and she's just so amazing. We were so happy to have her in the documentary.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, and then she was amazing and had us on her documentary, which has been so fruitful for our business. Like so many people found out about.
No, her podcast.
Oh, her podcast.
Yes, Alex Clark's
the Culture Apothecary.
So many people coming in because they heard about us on her podcast, like from all over the country.
That's the amazing part, dude. We have people that are like, yeah, I was in town visiting or doing a job, doing some here for business. And my wife said, oh, you're in Scottsdale? You need to go by Firefly because I heard about it on Alex Clark.
Yeah, it's amazing.
My son landed from Honolulu and said, I need to go to this cafe called Firefly.
It's
and I'm
incredible.
like, how do you know about Firefly? Because I saw it in the movie. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that we would have so many out-of-town guests. We love it. Come one, come all. We're happy to have you.
By the way, this whole movie, the Make America Healthy Again movement and all that, have you gotten any crazies? Any negative stuff?
No, knock on wood. We haven't had any death threats or anything wild. I don't think any. I mean, not that I've seen. I don't really like keep up too much on all the comments. But what?
That was a pretty good joke.
Oh, I hate it when I miss your jokes.
The death threats, they might have gone to spam.
Oh.
Yeah, we do filter all those to spam.
Don't make me explain my jokes. Never mind.
It's funny because I make one comment about something and all hell breaks loose.
Well, you have a bigger following than us.
No,
right, exactly.
Well,
exactly.
I guess the people that are coming to your place are the people that already believe in that stuff.
Well,
exactly.
It's almost like we sort of put up an invisible bat signal or something, and the people that are like drawn to raw milk and farm fresh eggs and mold-free coffee, they're like maha, just like they show up and they've been there, and it's actually I feel like there have been some to me anyways, like celebrity sightings of like Aaron Series here. Have you had him on your podcast yet?
Aaron Siri? I don't know.
Okay, so Aaron Siri has a law firm based in Phoenix. I didn't even know that. He was recently on Joe Rogan podcast explaining why it's a bad problem that vaccines are the only product in America that you cannot sue the manufacturer for if they failed to reach a level of safety.
Right.
If you haven't had him on your show, he's a character. I've
never heard of him. He lives here?
He lives here, and I was googly-eyed when I saw him. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Aaron
Well, you
Siri.
saw him on Joe Rogan's podcast first, so that's how you knew he was.
I've been following him for years.
Oh, I'll look him up.
He was involved with Del Bigtree in a great documentary called An Inconvenient Study. That's available for free. I know it's on X. It's probably on YouTube as well, but it's about a study done and never published about vaccinated children versus unvaccinated children.
Oh, wow.
And it's just, a whole nother rabbit hole to go down.
I'm doing a thing with Dr. Pompa in Houston, and it's him and Jenny McCarthy and the stem cell doctor I was telling you guys about.
Awesome.
They're going to be doing that thing. But that's another thing, Dr. Pompa, too. He told me about you. He's been to your coffee place. So I'm a big fan of his. I had him on this podcast before.
Yeah.
Yes, when he did the reel for us, we had just a slew of people coming in for the next several weeks. Like, I heard about you guys from Dr. Pompa. I'm like, that's incredible. I mean, like, he has such an amazing following. We have a couple of Rob Schneider sightings at the shop.
Oh, really? I just had him on last week.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's
I
awesome.
love Rob.
One of the cool things that I feel like really kind of put us on the map for people looking for this kind of thing was last September, we hosted a seed oil-free farmers market in our pickleball space next door. Because we were going to a farmers market. We went to one in Flagstaff kind of like last summer. And I was like, I hadn't been to a farmer's market in a while, but I was hungry. And I was like, I can't find anything here that I would eat. They're all cooking in seed oils. This is practically a fair, like a state fair. And besides just the people with like fresh produce, everything else just like, and I was looking at the ingredients of like the jerky and all this stuff. And I'm like, someone needs to do a seed oil free farmer's market.
And you did it.
And then we're like, well, it's summertime. All the farmers markets are closing down because of the heat. We have this big empty box, which is a pickleball court facility. What if we just hosted a seed oil free farmers market, recruited a bunch of the local places that are doing it right and see how that lands.
How did it go?
Amazing. Yeah. I think we had 400 people come through the very first.
How many
day
vendors
that we
did you have there?
We had about 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Wow. Was there room for more?
There was room for probably 10 more, maybe.
Because I think it'd be a great idea to do that again in the summertime, and I would promote the hell out of it if you do it.
The tough part is because it was food based, it destroyed the pickleball courts, so we had to have them professionally cleaned after each one. But I'm like, it's hard. I really want to do it again, and everyone wants us to do it again. But it's kind of that, like, do we just bite the bullet and have it cleaned professionally after
pretty
everyone?
soon, I would assume the farmers markets are shutting down, right?
Exactly.
Is it? I mean, maybe this weekend they still around. Maybe another 2 weeks.
It's not long.
I would say probably done. I mean, by June. Almost,
right.
So for our 1 year anniversary coming up this coming Sunday, we're doing a wellness event instead. So it's not food based, but it is all local wellness vendors that are all setting up in the Orchard pickleball space to just tell people about what they do. I think there's so many amazing like wellness and like doctors and all kinds of just like different wellness modalities right here in the Valley that people don't know about. So that's kind of the spin we're doing it. That's this Sunday.
So like what do you
May 24th?
Like who's going to be like, what kind of companies? Like who off the top of your head?
Gosh, we've got like organic hair care, salon. We've got acupuncture. We've got energy healing. We've got a Reiki person. We've got integrative medicine. We've got, I think, what is the place that you mentioned that you work out at?
Benacer?
Oh, no.
Dr. Carey's? Is Dr. Carey?
No, she's not going. Sorry, it's another place that Joe Polish recommended. I'm spacing on it. Sorry.
All roads lead to Jill.
All roads, like a pop-up Pilates gal, and like
good.
just all kinds of various. Like, there's a jujitsu guy coming. Like he teaches jujitsu and has like a school, and
that's great.
Just all kinds of random things like that. You know, I feel like can be part of anyone's health routine, right? That maybe you just don't know
stuff.
about.
I love that stuff. Yeah. So if we're watching right now and they want to learn about Firefly, is there a website or just Instagram? Where do you send people to? Or is it pickleball? Or is it Jigsaw? You guys got a lot of brands.
I know, it's a problem.
So wait, just so I understand, there was pickleball electrolytes, but that name has changed now.
Yes. So let's start. How about chronologically? That's a good way to, so jigsawhealth.com, which my dad and I started in 2005. And on jigsawhealth.com, you can find potassium cocktail, which used to be pickleball cocktail, but is now potassium cocktail. It's an electrolyte drink. You can find also Firefly coffee beans on jigsawhealth.com.
Oh, you can just buy them online.
Yeah, you can just buy them online. And also then you can find Firefly at fireflycoffeeshop.com, or on like Instagram would be firefly.organic, I think.
Wait, so the orange electrolytes that I drink,
shoot, I don't know.
Are the orange ones potassium?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we have a blue raspberry in that as well.
I've had the blue raspberry before. I've had all of them.
Yes.
The berry and the orange are my favorites.
Yeah, berry's good.
Those are the OGs.
Yeah. But they're all potassium ones?
No. So the berry is the Electrolyte Supreme.
I've never, what's funny is I see those titles, but I just thought they were all the same.
I mean, they're all electrolytes. Right. Really, the potassium cocktail is just loaded up with as much potassium as 2 bananas. So it just has extra potassium in it.
Yeah.
And the Electrolyte Supreme is more of a broad spectrum where it has like B vitamins, it has magnesium, potassium, but just smaller amounts.
Are any of your things on Amazon?
Yes.
All of them are. Okay, so even the coffee?
Mm-hmm. Shortly, it will be. I know the team's working on that.
Yeah. If I go to Amazon right now and I show
Let's see.
No, I'm going to show you.
Your history?
Yeah.
All right, let's see the shopping cart.
I'm going to see what's it doing? I can't remember the name of the soothe. The
Mag Soothe.
Mag Soothe.
Yeah. If you look up Jigsaw Health.
I want you to show how many times I bought it. Okay, buy it again.
This is great.
Let's see. Where is it? Mag Soothe. Oh, there's my dude wipes. Oh, here is the Mag Soothe Jigsaw Health Mag Soothe to-go packets, $59.
That's right.
Will it tell me how many times I purchased?
It should.
Last purchase March 9th. Purchased 8 times.
There you go.
Okay, but where's the big one? Because one time I ordered the container and it sent me the packages by mistake, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't know those existed.
Oh,
so
and you were like, this is great.
Move.
It was a happy accident.
Happy accident.
Yeah.
That's right.
Where is it?
And for folks, it's actually a 60 serving container and a 60 serving of packets.
So 2 months supply.
That's right. So it's basically $1 a packet.
Oh, here it is. Mag Soothe. This is the one that I've ordered a lot. Where would it say? Okay, here we go. Purchased April 2026 is my most recent one. And
That's awesome.
Purchased 27 times.
My man.
I feel like
thank you for your business.
Customer of the month or of the year.
I'm going to be able to afford this trip to Oahu after all.
Right. Purchased 27 times, dog.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
Do you play pickleball
Let me
yet?
get you a few more while we'll have your phone.
I got to the point where when I finished one can, I have a backup. I ordered a new one.
Hey.
So I just finished it last night.
That's smart. 2 is 1, 1 is none.
So in this product, how much magnesium is it? I don't even know. Carrie told me, so I just do it, but I do 2 scoops.
That's good because you are a taller guy, bigger dude. There is, I think, like 200 milligrams of magnesium and about 240 of potassium, if I recall, or maybe it's 180 in MagSooth. Yeah. So there's a little potassium in there as well. As Ashley was referring to, there are 2 types of muscle cramps. If you're in the midst of playing an activity and you start to cramp up, that's likely a potassium deficiency. That's why potassium cocktail, we kind of market that more as like a pregame. MagSooth helps to, if you're cramping up, Charlie horses at night,
and brain chatter, just brain chatter.
Well, that's for sure.
Who doesn't have that?
Exactly. You know what, you guys, so I'll throw out some more suggestions. I think you need to have a pickleball or what's the brand again? Jigsaw green tea.
Ooh.
Yeah, I need a green tea thing to throw in there. I heard I keep hearing about green tea, how great green tea is.
We do sell it at Firefly.
I think
we have a good organic green tea.
I think you guys should maybe go try to find the best supplements you like that are healthiest and sell them there. Because I'm going all over the place buying my supplements. Some of them online. Some of I go to Jack Wolfson's place and I buy some stuff from him there. Then I buy some stuff online. I just want to go to one place. It's the best. Yeah. The way you did it with the food in the refrigerator. That's right. Have a nice supplement shelf.
Yes.
There you go. Stuff to work on.
All right. Yep. I'm going to put that in the...
And then you got to do the documentary on peptides.
That's right.
And the documentary on biohacking. What works and what doesn't work.
Gosh, do you want to be in the biohacking one? I feel like
I'm
you
a
do.
huge biohacker. I do all that stuff. I do it all. I don't know if it works or not.
You do. It all starts here. So if you believe it works, it works.
I listen to all these people. I'll tell you, do you know the photobiomodulation, the PBM, the red light beds?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm kind of obsessed with those. So that's part of my routine. I do a red light bed every day. And I lay in there for 20 minutes, and I have these little things go over your eye. Yeah. I see this biohacker, Gary Brecka. He talks about, he did it, and I may have heard him. He was on Joe Rogan, and he talked about doing it and opening his eyes. And he says it helps his eyes. And I'm like, well, that sounds
That makes
great.
sense.
It makes sense. It would help right with the eyes. So I asked Carrie about it. She's like, absolutely not. Don't do that. So then I saw another person said that they do it without the thing. So Friday, I'm like, I'm doing it.
You're like, sorry, Dr. Carey.
So I get it, but what I decided to do was just keep my eyes closed. I didn't put the things on. Right?
Yeah.
So I kept my eyes. I figured this is a thin layer of skin here. The PBM light's going to go in my. So I'm in there for 20 minutes, and it's over. I get out, and I can't see.
No. It's like everything is black.
And then it came back, and it was really bright. And it came back. I was like, all right, I don't think I'm gonna do that again.
Did you feel like you could see better?
No, not yet.
You're like, well, compared to when everything was black.
How many times I bought the Mag Smooth? I was like,
yeah, where is it?
yeah. So anyway. So that's what I try everything. When I tried the methane blue, have you heard of that one?
Yeah. Methylene.
Methylene blue, yeah. I tried that.
Yeah.
And then I tried it. I peed blue almost immediately, which freaked me out, right? And then I talked to 2 of my friends that are doctors. They say, don't do that. That's a clothing dye. I'm like, okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's a little bit controversial.
Right.
I do like putting a couple of drops in it in my MagSooth at night before bed.
Oh,
but
you do?
I'm not overdoing it. That's more of just kind of a slow little.
Really?
But
And they say
for mitochondrial health
and off. Like don't do it all the time. Like we're kind of off right now. We
kind of cycle it.
Yeah, cycle it basically.
Did you pee blue?
Yeah.
Only when I take a lot. I would say, if you just do a couple.
The IV.
Oh gosh,
I did the IV
then
thing
you'll
where
pee
the whole
blue.
bag was blue, and then it was like,
oh,
that's
really?
a lot.
It's like a lightsaber of blue pee.
It's like a Smurf pee.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Well, anyway, thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having us. This has been super fun.
Oh, was it? Oh, good.
Yeah, heck
good.
yeah.
Good, thanks, man. All right. Okay, so welcome to our podcast. This is a little bit different today because this podcast is a spin-off of our radio show.